Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to learn how to make a garlic roasted mashed potatoes. I'm excited to try this recipe. Thanksgiving is around the corner and I figured this would be a perfect side dish to bring. I am not quite ready to try out a main dish. I want to feel a bit more comfortable, especially the holidays can be a little bit stressful, and I tried to find a recipe that requires minimal ingredients and that is kind of somewhat on the quicker side. So if you guys are ready, then let's get started. Okay, so for the ingredients, what we'll need: salt, pepper, red potatoes, a stick of butter, some heavy cream, garlic, shallot, olive oil, some fresh rosemary, and optional green onion and or parsley. Now, in the video they used fresh parsley. I do not have fresh parsley. I only have the dried parsley. But if you have fresh parsley, I highly recommend to use the fresh one. Okay, so before we cut up our garlic, we're gonna turn on our oven at 350. Okay, now we are gonna cut the top of our garlic, which I believe it's this part that you cut off. To be honest, this is kind of my first time cutting up a garlic like this, so we'll see how this goes. But I think we cut it from right here. So my understanding is once you cut the top off, you're gonna use aluminum foil. You're gonna put the garlic on the aluminum foil, then we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil on top. And then we're also gonna add some salt. And I think my aluminum might be a little too big for this little garlic, but let's just see how this works. We're gonna wrap it up. And now we're gonna place the garlic head on to the oven at 350 for about an hour. While our garlic is roasted in the oven, I'm gonna go ahead and cut my potatoes. I'm gonna cut them in half or in fours, I'm not quite sure yet. But you don't have to peel the potatoes if you don't want to, unless they're looking kind of, the skin is looking kind of weird, then I suggest you guys cut them. But in the video, he states to have the skin on it and just take the bad skin parts off. Before I cut into my potatoes, I am going to start to boil some water in this pot. I usually like to put water up into these like the little knobs, the little handle knobs right here. So I'm gonna fill it up and start the boiling. As far as the shallot goes, it needs to be peeled and cut, so we're gonna cut it the long way. At least that's kind of how I saw it. So let's see. There we go. And if you guys have any tips for me as far as like how to make things easier to cut, or how to peel something quicker, easier, please let me know in the comments. All right, now that our water has boiled, we're gonna go ahead and add our potatoes. Now be careful not to splash the hot boiling water on you. And we wanna leave our potatoes in there until they are nice and soft to be able to smash them. All right, in a different pot, we're gonna go ahead and add our shallots. gonna go ahead and add our butter. We're gonna add our heavy cream and our rosemary. Now we're gonna let this steep on slow heat. All right, so I drained the potatoes. They are nice and tender, so we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit more salt to these potatoes. All right, now that our garlic is nice and roasted, we're gonna go ahead and squeeze that out. All right, using a fork, I'm just gonna go ahead and smash the garlic up like this. Here we have our cream mixture. Our butter is nicely melted. I melted the butter on low heat. Once our garlic is roasted, we're gonna go ahead and add it onto this pot with our cream mixture. We wanna let the garlic simmer into this mixture for a few minutes. Make sure it's on low heat. Once it's been maybe 2-3 minutes, then our cream mixture with the roasted garlic is ready to be poured over our potatoes. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and add our cream to our mashed potatoes, our potatoes. Now, I removed the shallots and the rosemary, and then we go ahead and add it. So I don't have one of those masher things, so I am going to improvise, and I'm going to use this mason jar. Of course, I washed it before I'm going to use it. So let's see how this works. Also, you want to make sure that you leave your potatoes nice and chunky. All right, now that you have mashed your potatoes in with the heavy cream and the rosemary and all that fun stuff, this is how it should look like. I just added a little bit of green onion and it should be ready to serve. All right, now it's time to give this a try. Wow, this is absolutely delicious. You can taste the rosemary. You can absolutely taste the roasted garlic. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I love garlic. And so if I'm able to add it into anything, I am all about it. Well, that is it for my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I thought this recipe was somewhat simple to follow. It did take a little bit longer just because we had to roast the garlic, but other than that, I felt like I could follow the recipe pretty easy. I hope you guys thought that as well. I think this will be a perfect side dish for your Friendsgiving or Thanksgiving, especially since, you know, that holiday is just around the corner. I will put all of my ingredients as well as my measurements down in the description box, and I'll also link the person of who I found this recipe from. It's absolutely delicious. I love a good creamy mashed potatoes. Please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys on my next video. Bye everyone.